I am running for tax assessor collector here in Travis County.
Oh, all right.
I have a new title for it. I call it the tax assessor collector and voter registrar. And the reason I'm doing that is for a couple reasons. One, during this last legislative session, we saw an unprecedented assault on voter rights in this state.
Yes, we did.
Keep in mind who led that. Not just the Republican Party, but it was led by the tax assessor collector and voter registrar of Harris County, a Republican, who was spinning out all kinds of lies about things and using data that was suspect to pass legislation to suppress our community's votes. If I'm tax assessor collector and voter registrar in Travis County in 2009, I will be standing next to Paul Betancourt and his minions and calling bullshit. Now, let me talk a little bit about voter registration because that's my passion, and I want to tell you about some of the things that we need to be doing. Many of you think, and have done over the years, we've done voter registration, it's sort of a done deal. We think Motor Voter does something to get people registered to vote. Mark Strama told a story about winning by 500 votes in an election in a Republican district that had a 57% Democratic index Republican index going into it. The reason Mark Strama won is we changed the equation. The reason Belinda Bolton won in a Republican district in Travis County is we changed the equation. So I'm going to give you some statistics about Travis County, and I want you to think of your county as I do this, because it is shocking to you, all of us, when we talk about these things. In 2004, we registered 86,000 voters between March and October in Travis County so that we would win Mark Strama's district. The week after the presidential election of 2004, I was contracted to do a smoking ban petition for the American Cancer Society. I paid young people to stand in central Austin, where we had just registered 86,000 people, to collect 30,000 ballot signatures. Everybody was asked, "Are you a registered voter?" Yes. It took me 42,000 people to get 30,000 registered voters. 12,000 people in central Austin, the week after the presidential election, thought they were registered to vote, had not voted clearly. I just did a study in Travis County of apartment units. And everybody here knows about the problems of apartment complexes and people moving around and voter registration in apartments. 829 apartment units. 129,800 doors in Travis County, which has ostensibly the highest voter registration in the state. Behind 129,000 doors, 79,000 doors in Travis County don't have a registered voter behind them. I think that in this county, where we think that we have a 94% voter registration, there's another 150,000 people to be registered to vote. And if that's true in Travis County, Jerry Brunberg, I know what's in Harris County. This state is ripe. If you register them to vote, and you do a simple thing that we learned in Travis County, it's not about just talking about issues and motivating them. It's telling them when, where, and how to cast a ballot. Not about checking just straight Democrat. That's always part of the instruction. But the simple thing of telling somebody when you register them to vote, you can vote early at the HEB down there. Just that little bit of information changes this tremendously. So, I'm challenging you all over the next, from now until October of 2008. If you think your county's registered to vote, I'll say that word yet again. Bullshit. We can make this state the bluest state in this nation if we just go get those casual voters who will vote. In 2004, my office had 5 phone lines. We had over 5,000 phone calls. Almost every one of them was, "Am I registered? Am I registered to vote?" And if they were, they would say, "Where do I go?" In a presidential year, we have an unprecedented opportunity to do so. Point number 2, trueblueaction.com. Y'all knew that we sort of tried to build this online phone bank and block walking kind of thing, open access this last time. It will be back up and running for 2008. And people who ask me, is that the same as the van? No, it's not at all. It is a complement to the van, and we are sharing data. Think of this. In the primary this year, all of y'all as county chairs cannot take sides in local races, but people want to call for their candidate. And you're going to have people saying, I want to make some phone calls or walk my precinct for Obama or Hillary or John Edwards or Bill Richardson or Biden or Dodd or Kucinich or Gravel. Did I do them all? And you say, well, you're going to have to contact that campaign. Well, that campaign's going to say, you're in Texas, we're dealing with February 5th. True Blue Action is going to have a phone bank opportunity for anybody who goes online to call or block walk for those presidential candidates. Now, you may say, well, what does that mean for me? If we find these eager people in November, December, and January who want to help a presidential candidate before their candidate drops out, we will now have them trained on using the phone bank. We will have them trained on doing some block walking. More than anything else, we will have their name and email for you to use as volunteers in the general election. So trueblueaction.com is going to be back up. I hope that we all go and do the things now that are going to make this state blue. And that's voter registration, voter registration, voter registration. And the next time I see you at a meeting, if you don't tell me that you registered in your county 50 or 50,000 voters, I'm going to say, bullshit.